racist black mob actively abducting white girls and have sick way of making them pay for slavery. Thanks to Obama's race-baiting antics over the past 8 years, we now have full-fledged race war raging in our country as white people continue to be savagely attacked and persecuted simply for the color of their skin. Hate crimes against whites are becoming an epidemic in America, as liberals justify these crimes as blacks getting their reparations on the whites that owned slaves over 200 years ago. Now the liberal media is hard at work burying a sickening string of hate crimes a pack of blacks committed against random white women in South Carolina, in a disgusting act black-on-white racism that will leave sick to your stomach. Authorities in Columbia, South Carolina, are completely astonished at what a pack of black teens were caught doing, after the criminals set out to target white people in the area. Between July 3 and July 26, the trio of teen racists were robbing and carjacking dozens of whites, even forcing one of their victims to play Russian roulette before plunging a gun into one victim's chest. But sadly, that would just be the beginning. Sheriff Leon, of the Richland County Sheriff's Department, said the hate crimes began with white delivery drivers being targeted and robbed blind, where the black teens then began escalating the viciousness of the crimes, going from robbery to kidnapping and sexual assault. The thugs soon set their sights on a white girl only identified as Jordan, who spoke about her horrifying kidnap after being ambushed by 3 black males after returning to her apartment alone just after midnight. Jordan said the thugs placed a gun to her head, telling her she'd be shot dead unless she drove to a local ATM and pulled out cash. After pulling out $300 and learning of the blacks' intentions to rape her too, she decided to risk everything to escape, fleeing herself from the moving vehicle. Her escape was so courageous and gutsy, the sheriff's department since has nicknamed Jordan James Bond. Investigators thankfully caught up to the pack of thugs before they could victimize anyone else, but when the third suspect was arrested, he began horrifically attacking the police officer, who sustained injuries so severe that he will now require surgery on his leg. West reported. The third suspect resisted arrest and injured an RSCD investigator in the process. The investigator had to be hospitalized with a leg injury and is expected to be okay. The suspect is now being charged with assault on a police officer while resisting arrest. Sheriff Flott says that should the investigator require surgery or an extensive hospital stay, charges may be upgraded. Sheriff Flott says one of the victims was black, but once the kidnappers realized this, they released the man since they were only targeting white people. 17-year-old Raquan Green, who was the only victim at this time being named, appeared in court and got smacked with a $40,000 bond. He appeared again on Friday, and was given additional charges, after the judge learned he was in possession of numerous illegal weapons, and got hit an additional $35,000 bond. He currently remains jailed at the Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center as of Friday night. Jordan's story is eerily similar to what other white women have experienced in recent weeks at the hands of these white-hating blacks. Despite the arrests of these 3 black males, authorities are still concerned there's more perpetrators out there. The investigation still remains open into these cases, and anyone who has information is being asked to call the local Crime Stoppers. Call 1-800-88-CRIME-SC, 888-274-6372, text TIPS plus your tip info to crimes, 274,637, visit www.midlandscrimestoppers.com and email a tip. Your identity will be kept anonymous, and if your tip leads to an arrest, you could be eligible for a cash reward of up to $1,000, the local sheriff department posted. The double standard that exists in our country is beyond nauseating. Could you imagine if a gang of whites were kidnapping, robbing, and raping blacks just for the color of their skin? This would be all CNN would flap their gum about for weeks. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.